So what comes first? Do you start with a product, or do you actually start looking at what are the customers' problems and what you should deliver in order to solve those problems?
Very interesting question. So I have a concept known as the three-stage ideation strategy, where before even building up your product, what I say is that focus on your ideation stage as much as possible, because that is where it's not going to cost you anything. Once you start building the product, you are draining out money every single day. You cannot leave a product in mid. You cannot stop a product development in mid, because whatever you have invested is going to go down the drain. So spend as much time on your idea stage, because when you spend more time on the idea stage, you can thoroughly understand what your audience really wants. But more importantly, you start building an audience as well. So I'm a firm believer of this three idea stage strategy, where first stage is going to be an idea stage. Now, in this idea stage, what I talk about is reach out to 100 people and ask those 100 people to give you $1 for your final product. But that won't be shipped right away. Now, it's just $1, right? But you will still have to put in the same effort to convince someone. It doesn't matter whether someone is paying you $1 or $100 or $1,000. The amount of effort that's required is still the same. You still have to show them the same value proposition. So in this particular strategy, go out there and try to reach out to 100 people in your particular industry, or try out different industries as well, because it's an idea stage. It's not going to cost you anything except for your time. But I think that's something that you'll have to invest in order to understand whether you can even build a product. Now, let's say that after you have reached out to 100 people and about 20 people have given you that $1, that means the chances of success of your startup is 20%. The failure rate is about 80%. And this is where you haven't figured out your core ICP yet. Now focus on that 80% once again. Change your pitch. Try a different use case and see how you can convince that 80% to narrow down further. Now, if you reach to 50%, you now have a 50-50 chance of either succeeding or failing. Now, if you want to be on the safer side, keep iterating your idea and reach to 80%. Now, 80-20 is a very favorable risk for any founder, because if 80% of the people you have convinced to say yes, and actually they have paid you that $1, now here is what's happening. First, it's almost a month or 2 month process. So you have understood and you have tried at least 50 to 70 different pitches across different people, just trying to convince, hey, this product is perfect for you. And that gives you the insights about your users, because when you get on a call or when you start interacting with 100 people, you start collecting various data points when you're finding out your use cases for your product. And based on that, all of those users will give you different talks. Now, when you're doing that, record those calls so that you can analyze the data. There are several softwares available to do that at the same time. So use those softwares to analyze different data. And these softwares are very smart enough, because today these softwares can analyze the words where the pain point is coming in. And when you are in pain, you start using words like, I need help, I want to grow. And these are some of the words you have to capture and understand and analyze based on those data, that, hey, this is the product I need to build. And here are the top 5 features I need to focus upon first. Rather than building what I want, focus on building what the users want. But then more importantly, your idea should always be derived from your own problem statement. Don't go down and start hunting for problems. So what you basically have to do is, when you're building any product, if you want to build any successful SaaS product, build a product for yourself and then find out 80 such people out of that 100 people who has a similar problem. And that's when you will be thoroughly passionate about solving that problem, and you'll be able to grow on that problem, and then you'll be able to build on the product. So that's what I call it as a 3-stage, which is like the first stage is you do the ideation stage, then you build it, and then you grow it. So that's my concept, and I've applied it across multiple companies that we have worked with, and it has always worked out every single time.